You know, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got off.
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. Sure.
How
does five?
You saw De La Hoya
How do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids?
Right.
You know what I mean? All those fucking dudes in that camp.
You know, so many doctors like, you know, sent me photos, just said, look, he's muscle, you know, just injection to muscles, and he used. I don't know why his coach bring him, you know, just something like pills.
Fucking hell, cheating bastard.
Yeah.
You know, that's the initial reaction. Whether it's a first fail or a third fail, that's the initial reaction. Your gut reaction is, but then obviously we don't know what he's failed for yet, and we don't know what it is. But then when it's somebody that's failed 3 times, or this is the third adverse reaction,
Yo, unbelievable. Canelo tests positive again, and now even GGG is calling him out as a cheat. This isn't just scandalous, it's a disgrace. Instead of preparing like a champion, Canelo stains boxing's reputation while Crawford stays clean, sharp, and ready for war.
And you saw the marks on his body, or did somebody show you the pictures?
No, just, you know, I saw a couple photos, just like 3 or 4 doctors sent me photos, you know, just videos. He used pills
And as the fallout spreads, even veteran voices in boxing can't hide their disappointment. Unbelievable chaos continues. Johnny Nelson compares this mess to the Conor Benn scandal. The story keeps shifting, and that's exactly what happens when a fighter gets caught cheating. Canelo's credibility is collapsing, while Crawford stands tall as the clean professional.
It don't matter what drugs you take, it doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, it might make you fit, it doesn't make you a better fighter, and that's proof. You know, so until more news comes out.
And when legends weigh in, the verdict on Canelo's repeat offenses is even harsher. Duke McKenzie is spot on. This isn't contamination, it's a pattern. Canelo has been caught before and now again. Boxing is dangerous enough without one man cheating for an edge. McKenzie's call to strip his license proves how serious this is.
If you've done it once, then you got caught out, then you do it again. It can't be contamination, can it? Because you've been caught twice for doing the same thing. So if it was me, take his license away. You know, because you cannot cheat in the sport of boxing.
Mayweather pulls no punches. Steroids, steroids, steroids. He's been saying it for years, and now the evidence keeps piling up. For Canelo, this is humiliation. For Crawford, it's vindication. He's walking into this fight as the clean, disciplined fighter boxing can trust.
But what we don't talk about is, you know, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that. Well, come on, man, that kid was a cakewalk. Yeah, easy.
You named 5 fighters.
Frank Warren says it how it is. This fight may collapse completely. Lawsuits, scandals, investigations. It's spiraling out of control. Crawford deserves clarity, not chaos. Meanwhile, Canelo's actions are dragging boxing into a circus, robbing fans of a fair contest. Meanwhile, Canelo's actions are dragging boxing into a circus, robbing fans of a fair contest.
You know, let the penny drop that the fight could never go forward. And some of the stuff that's come out since about people being, you know, the board being sued and something, and so forth, is just a non-runner. It's crazy.
And when fighters like Tony Bellew speak, they cut right to the heart of the matter. Tony Bellew highlights another side of this saga. Rules are rules. Whether it's fouls in the ring or failed tests outside of it, Canelo keeps bending them. Crawford plays clean, fights clean, and that's why fans see him as the real professional.
What's your thoughts on, do you believe it was illegal? I do.
I thought it was illegal or illegal?
I thought it was illegal. It's called a protector for a reason.
Yeah.
He hits the protector.
It's illegal.
Yeah, it's below the navel.
It's a low blow.
What's your thoughts, Carl?
I thought it was all right.
Did you?
Yeah, but I'm back. I'm a man, so you know.
No. We've all got to go on. We've all got to accept this right now. Was it good for you? It wasn't good. It wasn't.
Joe Rogan paints it bluntly. Once the PEDs stopped, so did Canelo's aura. No more nightlife excuses. No more distractions. Just exposure. Fighters like Crawford don't need enhancements. Their greatness comes naturally. That's why when the truth hits, only one man stands tall.
Feel me?
Two-sided story there. He got off PEDs and he also found Jesus Christ. So he stopped going to strip clubs, he stopped hanging out with girls, but he stopped having fun. And then got serious about Jesus and got knocked the fuck out. Take them steroids.
Colin Hart delivers the harsh reality. Whether it's 1 test or 3, the damage is already done. Canelo's reputation is stained beyond repair, and boxing takes the hit with him. Crawford doesn't need excuses. He's ready to prove himself clean under the brightest lights. Mimation mimitid all the British recent.
Don't forget, he's been failed two previous drug tests. The second one, he was exonerated. So let's not jump to conclusions. But it's not good for him, and it's not good for the sport.
Colin Hart delivers the harsh reality. Whether it's 1 test or 3, the damage is already done. Canelo's reputation is stained beyond repair, and boxing takes the hit with him. Crawford doesn't need excuses. He's ready to prove himself clean under the brightest lights. Mimation mimitid all the British recent.
Yeah, listen, I've always been strong on that. I've always been strong on the fact that I don't believe in giving them a second chance.
You're basically saying no 3 strikes and you're out.
No 3
strikes and you're out.
No.
1, you fail a test and gone ski.
Absolutely, because I just believe then that moving forward, people would think twice about doing it. If they think, well, you know what, I'll get a second chance anyway, you know.
When Manny Pacquiao speaks, the boxing world listens. His prediction on Canelo versus Crawford carries weight, but this scandal overshadows the contest itself. Instead of headlines about tactics and legacies, the sport is clouded by doping allegations. For Pacquiao, a man who built his career through hard work and resilience, it must feel like deja vu, watching another supposed superstar stain boxing's name. His belief in Crawford only strengthens the idea that clean fighters still have the upper hand. Pacquiao knows heart and discipline always defeat shortcuts. That's why his words resonate with fans who want the cheaters exposed and the honest fighters celebrated.
Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. Like
Dave Coldwell says what fans are really thinking, pure anger. When news breaks of a fighter failing another test, the gut reaction is outrage. Cheating bastard sums up the frustration perfectly. Boxing is supposed to be about skill, courage, and respect, not shortcuts. And yet here we are again, with Canelo caught in the middle of a mess. Coldwell's reaction mirrors fans worldwide who are tired of excuses and technicalities. It doesn't matter what substance or how small the trace, the principle is simple. Clean up the sport. That's why Crawford represents hope, a man fighting the right way.
Fucking hell, cheating bastard. Yeah. You know, that's the initial reaction. Whether it's a first fail or a third fail, that's the initial reaction. Your gut reaction is, but then obviously we don't know what he's failed for yet, and we don't know what it is. But then when it's somebody that's failed 3 times, or this is the third adverse reaction.
And just when it couldn't get any clearer, GGG himself adds fuel to the fire. GGG's words cut like a blade. He's seen Canelo up close and he's not impressed. Out of form, reliant on shortcuts, and fooling nobody. The claim that Jesus does not help those who cheat resonates deeply, because it isn't just about boxing anymore, it's about integrity. GGG knows that true greatness comes from discipline and honesty, not chemicals. While Canelo's legacy gets darker, Crawford shines brighter as the clean, relentless competitor. This contrast makes the fight even more important. It's not just about belts, it's about proving who the real role model is for the sport, and Canelo's behavior only exposes him further.
This is boxing, this is more interesting.
Gennady, let me ask you this. You were there ringside, you saw Canelo. Yeah. Did he look better than what he did in the second fight with you? Does he look like he's improving and getting better?
Marcos, I told you just, every opponent gives you different, every fight is different. Two fights I had, 2 fights with him.
GGG doesn't mince words. He believes in Crawford because Crawford represents everything boxing should stand for: skill, honesty, and discipline. Against a man tainted by failed tests and constant suspicion, Crawford shines as the clean warrior fans can trust. GGG's confidence isn't just about picking a winner, it's about sending a message. If you cheat, you don't deserve respect. If you stay clean, you'll always have the backing of true boxing people. That's why this fight feels bigger than belts. It's about integrity. Crawford carries the weight of the sport's reputation, while Canelo drags it down with scandals. And when legends like GGG back Crawford, it tells you who the real champion is.
Boxing IQ. He's a very good fighter. He's stronger. He is very compact. He is like a bull, you know.
This is it. The scandal, the drama, and the stakes all collide here. Unbelievable headlines surround Canelo once again, testing positive just days before the Crawford clash. The boxing world is asking, how many chances does one man get? Crawford, meanwhile, is walking into this fight clean, calm, and sharper than ever. If he wins, it won't just be a victory, it will be a symbol that discipline and honesty always defeat shortcuts. But if Canelo somehow pulls it off, the stain on the sport only deepens. This is about more than belts. It's about the soul of boxing. Fans deserve clarity, they deserve fairness, and they deserve to see the truth in the ring. So are you backing the clean warrior Terence Crawford, or do you believe Canelo can survive the scandal? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This debate belongs to the fan.